Hey everybody, I'm Isaac Raymond. I'm going to be an instructor for this course. I want to make a video just to show you around, um, and hopefully maybe by seeing me and hearing me talk, you'll feel a little more comfortable, communicating and checking in with me. As an instructor, I hope I'm seen as a friendly instructor. Please always feel free to check in with me if you need anything. I'm very happy to help you. I remember when I was an undergrad, I was a little nervous about talking to my instructors, and when I finally did, things usually got a lot better with the course. But some of the instructors I didn't talk to just because they seemed grumpy all the time. So hopefully by recording this video, you know I am not grumpy. So check out the syllabus here at the top of the screen. It's just got all the standard things that you need to be familiar with. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. Just want to emphasize, I'm a flexible instructor, so with due dates, if you're traveling or something like that, or you get sick and can't finish something by a due date, just reach out to me, let me know your situation, and I'm happy to work with you. The one thing we've got to be strict about, though, is discussions. The good thing is the discussions aren't like our projects, where the discussions are going to take a lot of time. So if you're sick or if you're traveling, you just need probably maybe 30 minutes one day, 15 minutes on another day, and you can complete your discussions. Those things have to be done within the due date. And the reason why I put that requirement in there is because just in the past when I teach, students are just all over the place. They'll post late, and then some will post way too early, and there's no real discussion happening. So discussion boards are the only things you can't do past due in this course. You got to do them during the discussion week. And then usually there's a requirement in those discussions where it says you have to make your first post by Friday, and then your 2 replies have to be done by the end of whatever assigned week we're working on. Okay. Other than that, I'm very, very flexible. Discussions, I don't like being, inflexible? There's a better word for that. I don't like being strict on that, but it's the only way I've found that discussions actually happen in a meaningful way in an online class, especially in a small one. Like, we don't have too many students in our course here. Okay, so our textbook is free, but we do have to pay for our math learning platform. I'd rather everything be free if I could. I checked out some free alternatives for like our homework question and answer portion of the course, and they're not very good, the ones I saw. So maybe in the future there'll be one, but I had to pick a paid platform because all the free ones, you can either cheat on them really easy, or they're just so frustrating to work with that you're not going to be really learning statistics. You're going to be learning how to type things in exactly how the software wants. So we have to do this program called Newton. Okay. And I've got links to Newton in each of our weeks, but if you click it, it should bring you to the Newton website. Yeah, it pops up in here. And that's kind of, I've got the date plugged in wrong here. Don't worry, here, exam 1 is not. Yeah, okay, that won't show up when you start, but your Newton assignments should pop up in this small mini browser. That's pretty inconvenient. What I would do is I'd type in newton.com and log in that way whenever you're working on your homework assignments. I think for the first time, though, you have to click on these links so that you can be paired to our course. Okay, so click on this link. It's going to prompt you. I think the cheapest option is the course pass, so you want to purchase that. There's a 14-day free trial. It's also an option if you need some more time. But I am sorry. I don't like. When I was in school, textbooks were crazy expensive, but I'd rather everything be free. But for the integrity of the course, the decision I had to make was to go with this paid program. I think it's like $35 or $45 for the course. So Newton is where you do your homework. Okay, you can read your chapter, and you can read chapter 1 and then start your Newton assignments, or I don't care if you even just jump right into the Newton assignments, but you shouldn't go through the course without watching me try to teach you some of this stuff, because you're going to be really frustrated. Okay, so click here, videos to help with chapter 1 Newton problems, and this is me going through these problems with you. I'm going through similar questions to what you're doing on your homework. So like if you look at the top of your Newton problem and the title of the question is sampling and parameters, well, you can go into this link and then you can click on a video or copy and paste the video into your address bar, and there's my nasally, nerdy voice talking you through some Newton problems. Okay. So I will make more videos for you too. That's the list of things I've made in the past when I've worked with Newton. But throughout this course, I'm very, very happy to make a lot more videos for you. That's my job, is to instruct you. So when you're stuck, if you try the video, you're still stuck, you can send me a screenshot of the problem you're stuck on, and I'll make a video and I'll walk you through it, because Newton asks you to get like 3 questions correct in a row, or get 4 out of 5 correct before they move you on for a new topic. So I'm okay walking you through one of those and helping you get one of those correct. So send me a screenshot when you're stuck and I'll help you out. Newton isn't like a lot of other software. If you get one wrong, you can't retry. You can keep working on Newton assignments until you get to 100%. You can get 50 wrong and still get 100 on Newton. Okay, and I think that's the way homework should be, because we're looking for you to learn the material. I don't really care if you get it right the first time. I want you to just eventually figure it out. So Newton, it's going to ask you to repeat, to get a topic question correct a couple of times before it moves you on. But the good news is that you can get 100%. And I'm happy if you want to go back, get an 87, maybe 1 week, you want to go back and work on it. Go ahead and do that. I just need a message if you work on an assignment past the due date, and then I can update your grade for you. Okay. And then your exams are also going to be in Newton, but I'll send an email out when we get closer to that, once I figure out how we're going to do exams. So Newton, the homework is 28% of your grade, and the exams are 20%. So roughly 50% of your grade comes from Newton. Later on in the course, once we start learning some material, we'll do our first discussion. This is our first discussion, but it doesn't really involve any math. It's pretty easy. First discussion where you have to make some calculations. They're based on what you do in Newton, so there shouldn't be anything out of left field. Sorry, message from my son, so I paused the video. But yeah, with the applied problems, it's really trying to hammer home the reason why we take statistics, and hopefully help you to see why or how you might use statistics in the future. I wrote down 4 notes for starting this class, what I wanted students to get out of it, based on what I think are your courses of study here. One thing we want to know is whether a new treatment is better than the old one, and how we can be sure we didn't just get lucky with our patients. So you got a new trial, a new drug, and you're testing it out, and you've got, it's a serious illness, so you can't get a lot of patients. You got 20 patients, and then you compare it to their vital signs, or whatever metric you use to measure patient success. You compare that to the previous ones. You could have just got lucky or unlucky with those patients, and you could have just got a bunch of patients that responded particularly well because of their genetics, right? Statistics helps to let us know the chance that you just got lucky and got some patients that were particularly receptive to this new medicine. We calculate something called the p-value, and in one of those projects, I hope it helps everyone leave this class know what a p-value tells us. The p-value will tell you roughly how likely it is that you got a successful medicine based on random chance. Okay, so when you read a study, you look at this p-value, and then you can determine for yourself, as the practitioner of medicine, or as the person taking care of the patient, whether this new treatment is something really to look into further, or whether it could have been just one of those situations where it's a small sample size, the researchers just got lucky and they got patients that made their new medicine look good. So that's goal number 1. We want to know whether a new procedure, a new treatment is better than the old one, and how can we be sure that it is, and that there wasn't just some sort of random chance involved that made us make a wrong conclusion. Another big goal is to decide whether a person's vital signs mean that there should be some sort of intervention. We're going to calculate these things called confidence intervals. They've already been done for most of the things that you do, but if you're eventually going to be reading new research, or you're going to be given a new procedure, you'll probably want to make sure for yourself that you know what those numbers are telling you. One of my white blood cells or something like that is high. It's always statistically significant when I do blood work. It's because I have seasonal allergies. But there's statistics done to create a range of values that are considered healthy, and we want to be able to know how to create those range of values and know what those mean. So that's another goal. Another goal of the course is how can we make predictions into the future with statistics, and how can we be sure, or how and when should we be uncertain of those predictions. So, based on the trends with a patient, we're making a prediction into the future of how well they're going to be doing, or how detrimental this disease is going to be. How confident can we be in those predictions? Statistics can be used to make those predictions into the future too. So we want to be able to know how to do that, which that comes up at the end of the course. And then we want to make sure we can read and interpret research. And then if you happen to do your own research, to be able to conduct research with statistics. There's lots of crazy numbers out there, lots of jargon. The basics of statistics, though, is what's happening under the hood with all those research papers. So if you do this class really well and you understand what all these things mean, you could conduct your own research, and then maybe a statistician could say, well, here's something else you could do to really shore up your results, or to really make things more confident. Okay, so we do all those things in those applied problems. So that's why the applied problem is such a high percentage of the grade. It's also a course integrity part of the grade. The applied problems, it's not something a student can feed through Chat GPT. It's going to get it wrong. AI software does really well with short, well-defined problems. You could probably copy and paste some Newton questions into AI, but it's funny when it gets it wrong, because it's very confident. It does really crazy things, and then I've seen it just sound really elegant, but then be dead wrong about questions. Okay, so the applied problems are the most important thing to me in the course. You're not going to be alone in those. I'm not just going to give you a PDF and say, figure it out based on what you've learned. I'm going to make you videos to help you through them, okay? This has been a long video. I hope you weren't just sitting and watching it. I hope you were cleaning your house or something. But I just hope, it's an internet course, so I hope by seeing how goofy I look, and hearing me talk, that it helped you feel a little more at ease. Please email me at any point, raymond@nwhealth.edu. I think I got that working on my phone, so it should come up right to my phone if something really urgent comes up. I can hopefully take care of it. But yeah, I look forward to working with you. I'll stop talking at you now. Just let me know whenever you need anything in this course. I'll be very happy to help you, okay?